There's so many ways to be able to engage and go in, but not really a lot of follow through. I think the big kind of takeaway for me from this draft is what is ZDZ going to be able to do on the top side? This Mbessa could really make or break. No idea. He's on a ward.
That's tough.
Be a pretty dangerous situation for him.
Oh, he knows now he's going to try to get out. And unfortunately, the flashes are going to start coming through from multiple members of EDG, and he will just burn down to Perukia. First blood to EDG. Just got that back off, so they don't really have the bodies to contest this. I do wonder if they want to anyways. As the path is laid by TT, Piercing Arrow is not going to find too much. Engage comes in from Perukia. Here comes the grand entrance, or at least the heroic entrance. And Aki is able to back away from that, and TT play that one very reserved, very nicely, pick up the aggro on the dragon, and TT will be the first one to get an objective in Game 3.
I hate to say it, Lennon, but this is the exact problem we were already talking about in draft. There's no damage. They are starting it up. Aki looks like he's on it.
They are, and that AoE from the Nocturne going to be really nice. Perukia just gets chunked. The Decimating Smash did exactly that, and Perukia gets caught out by Feather and Hoya. He's not going to go down just yet. Now the Exhaust comes through. One more Decimating Smash, one more auto attack, one more shout. No, it is the axe that comes down to claim Perukia's life. And then EDG destroy them, dismantle them in game number 2. And now maybe a little bit of dismantling on the bot side as a setup for that point. Satab is going to get caught in some alcove gaming. Aki's going to pop the paranoia here. Satab's going to try to get out with his Spirit Rush. They've got Feather coming in. The AoE from Aki, who decides to pull the trigger, goes in, gets one. Now they have the rest of the team following up. It's the big crash down from Feather. Is the Magnet Storm going to be enough? The Solar Flare comes out, and here comes the heroic entrance as well. Trying to get out of dodge, getting over to the side of On, and Perukia gets left, but ZDZ comes in with a TP in the public execution, get the kill back.
Here, so we will see how that ends up breaking down, but Dragon started up by Xiaohao. ThunderTalk trying to maybe take the fight instead.
Okay, they might actually just move in here a little late. The traps are there, set by On. They get the Deadly Flourish combo, and they end up immediately taking out Feather. That's one of your big frontliners, but now trades back, firing across the board. Shots fired from TT and EDG. But in the end, TT come out the better of it. They move over to the Dragon. They start it up. They have the damage to keep it going. Oh, here comes Xiaohao. They get the final combo onto Satab, and that's a big chunk of TT's fight. Big Piercing Arrow coming out, and I gotta say, 1xN is doing what he does best for TT and keeping them in these fights. Dragon's still there for EDG as they go to contest it. It's a little bit of a 50-50. Xiaohao doesn't have much health.
Yeah, but he does have the smite, and that's the most important part. Teleport, though, coming in.
That's a full health Hoya coming in. That's a full health Scion, but the Dragon goes to Xiaohao nonetheless. Now TT trying to catch out ZDZ, but they have scattered like ants. Now Perukia comes back in. Heroic entrance coming in as well. Double combo into Feather. Angel goes for the backline, trying to get these Hollow Radiance procs into the damage, or at least that damage into the backline for TT, and Hoya gets caught out by On. Now 1xN and Feather are on their escape, but EDG come in and claim 2 more kills off the back of that fight. Thing is, though, EDG have their big team fight ults. They have the heroic entrance available as well, and that just means the objective goes the way of EDG, propelling this lead to just under 1,000. We'll end up TPing down towards bot to delay giving that tower over to TT. 50-50 is what I love, and 50-50 is looking like what we're gonna get. Xiaohao won the last one. He got the smite difference at 20 HP. It's Aki versus Xiaohao. Big spotlight for us today. Xiaohao uses the Rift Herald in the pit and gets pounced on by Satab. Xiaohao gonna use the Rift Herald to get into the engage now as well. They're gonna split the fight. They move down onto the south part, but ZDZ's already gone ham and gone down. Now Satab flashing over, getting onto the pullback, gets him. Satab going wild in this game, and TT, they just duped EDG. I don't know if they just had a brain transplant, but TT will take the Dragon.
And throughout the rest of the game, especially with the Otacon up on the map. So we'll have to see where the pressure ends up going. Feather for now just trying to delay pressure, but
oh, they just instantly go. They try to get 1xN, but now the paranoia is going to be popped. Perukia goes in after the fight happens. They have the curtain call in. Hoya's trying to come from the fight backline now. EDG, they are split. What is typically a decisive moment from EDG might have just turned around for them. ZDZ going to publicly execute his way out of that fight. But TT now getting jumped on. Your heroic entrance coming in too. They've lost some of their damage dealers. It's going to be a nice little setup though from TT to only lose 1. And it will be the tankiest member of them all in Hoya.
Once again, a crazy fight going down. A setup that looks good, and then it looks bad, and then it looks good. And it just the pendulum keeps swinging back and forth. Group Nirvana is always a blast here, but ZDZ being the difference maker on the M-Bessa, we highlighted him as someone who needed to step up. He has those 2 items completed, and he really is making the most of it right now as Otacon B is taken here by Edward Gaming. It doesn't look like this will be contestable. ThunderTalk looking to counterplay by taking...
They looked worried for a moment. They tried to dodge out of some of the skill shots there, but they do end up taking it in the end. They're going to TP ZDZ towards mid.
It's a really dangerous situation for TT. They have no clue that he's on this flank. If he gets onto the Varus, this fight could be over very quickly. See if they end up scouting it out.
They're just going to take down Perugia. Here comes... They got the backline. They got the access. The flank of the century. It paid off. They take down 1XN. TT now losing bodies, losing front line. Aki forced to flash away. ZDZ getting low now, but he is kiting his way out to safety, trying to get away with the moves. This man is disco dancing all over TT. And a beautiful play from On. Strikes the cord onto Saytab, and TT have lost the fight.
It's a disaster. It's a gorgeous flank from Xiaohao, recognizing there's no flash on the Varus to be able to avoid anything in that play. Cleanse cannot save you inside the Cataclysm, and ThunderTalk pay the price. Of course, a great job by EDG to be able to stall out enough. Take down, and 4v5, if you can get the right engage angle, anything is still possible. This gold lead is only 500, and Saytab himself still has a 1.5k gold lead over Angel in the mid lane, so certainly not unconquerable.
That's the craziest part, is that Saytab still has a massive lead, but the execution has been the difference. Now Perugia is getting executed on by TT. Everything used. That's the paranoia. That's the unstoppable onslaught. They've done this before. Do they get him this time?
No.
Okay, they do. I thought we were about to get deja vu again. 1XN takes him down, though. As they immediately started up. They have so much damage to kind of take it down. On doing a good chunk with that 4th shot. Aki looking to get in the 50-50. Xiaohao, a member, did get the better of him the last time. He's going to get it again. Xiaohao gets the 50-50. Now they look for the fight after, though. Cataclysm comes in on Aki. Chains of Corruption going to be used. Solar Flare hits the backline. Heroic Entrance has come in, but Aki's already down. Big Magnet Storm coming in as well from Feather. They do end up finding a good angle for TT on the north side of the fight. Xiaohao misses his flag and drag. Now On is in the middle of it all. Public execution on the backline. ZDZ, this is his moment. This is the time for him to show up. Hoya can no longer be the backline. He can no longer be the front line, and EDG have just found the entrance into TT's fight. And now 1XN and Feather are by themselves. They're going to try to take down ZDZ. One more piercing arrow might do it, but the shielding is there, and 1XN can't keep up with his support. ZDZ styling on him. Go ahead and give him the lawnmower, give him the earplug, give him any kind of disco move you want. ZDD in the chat, and he is carrying for a 2nd game in a row.
Baron for Edward Gaming, but even more than that, that is a gold lead that becomes very scary to look at. With Ocean Dragon, Soul Point going over to EDG, you are now looking at a team that is incredibly tanky.
So much team effort in this game 3. It is truly that epitome of EDG.
This is the encapsulation of what this team has looked like this year, and now with the Baron buff, they are going to push down the mid lane. They have ZDZ pushing the wave in top as well. Ultimates have been very nice. Even Perugia, who, you know, has had some questionable decisions, has had some really nice fights on the Leona as well. It's everyone on EDG stepping up and proving they deserve to be at the top.
And they might bleed with the game lost, but they are looking to try to close this one out. There goes the paranoia, but already down is Saytab. And that was the one person on your team that has the lead. The heroic entrance just to make matters hurt worse. Aki by himself on the back line of EDG, but it's a double kill coming through for On. And now this final push in this series. EDG trying to get this one under wraps. Still about 50 seconds for the Baron buff.
That is likely going to be the game, Sion.
Let's go, let's go, Hoya.
We'll buy the ultimate, but we'll only buy a little bit of time for those death timers to come back up. Drops almost instantly, gets melted through, and that's your game, that's your series for EDG. They may have been tested, but they were certainly not felled here today.
They were not. The aggression from Perugia coming through the entire time, but the standout star of this series has to be ZDZ in the top lane.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.